Fam TV here with another one. We got a special guest in the building, the wise old owl himself, Mr. Wise, Tony Wise. Introduce yourself, my boy.
Tony Wise, Rocktown's finest, man.
So who about talking to? Like, why the name Tony Wise? What's the story behind that?
Wasn't nothing else to pick. Nah, kind of. My man, me and my man was in the basement. My man Dez, that was his thing. He's like, yo, why not T Wise? T Wise. That's what we was. That's what I was gonna roll with. T Wise. Well, I sat. I thought about it. It's like just put Tony in front of it. Kendrick Lamar inspired that too. Especially once I like found out about him, it like encouraged me to like really like roll with it. Like, all right, I'm gonna roll with that.
What was the connection?
But with him,
Yeah,
that's his name.
yeah.
So I was
So,
like, all right. I really ain't like people calling me Tony, but now it's huh, it's crazy. I
well,
still don't like it, but
on Fam TV, you know what I'm saying. We got you done sat down on the platform a few times, but you never sat down with me. As much as we worked in the past year, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying. We never had time to
first
sit
time.
down and really have a conversation. You know what I'm saying.
hmm
But I want to, Fam TV interviews. We start with the early life. You know what I'm saying. So I'm trying to learn about Pretty Tony.
Yeah, man.
What was life like growing up, man?
It's
Childhood.
pretty cool. A lot of typical black, upbringing. Um, Mama Love was definitely Mama Love was solid, man. She was solid. School was fun. It was a little bad though, early on, but school was fun. Childhood, a lot of memories. Did a lot of good stuff that kids do. Yeah, wasn't bad, man.
Talk a little bit about the environment that you were staying in, how that influenced your lifestyle early on.
It yeah,
Early
yeah
on.
it definitely
I'm still in the childhood. You know what I'm
it
saying.
definitely influences like what I like now. So like now at my adult age, I really I really appreciate the quiet within the house. Cause growing up it wasn't really too quiet. It was busy. Mom's worked a lot. Stepdad worked a lot. So it's like my older sister, my brother, when he was there, he always had a lot going on. So it was really like my older sister, me, and my little sister. But yeah, the environment was a little chaotic. So now I appreciate the quiet. Like in the house, I like I like it quiet. I don't even like the TV to be mad loud. The TV got to be on like 23. It got to be just loud enough, you know.
Was you one of them kids sneaking the TV on in the middle of the night, where you had the cartoons on last?
When they had the box with the red numbers, yeah, hell yeah, yeah. Mm.
um,
Good times, huh?
yeah, man. Like, I mean, shit. First time I met you, you told me you knew me back then, or you remember me from back then. You know what I'm saying? 45 school.
I remember, yo. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I don't know faces. I remember 'em. But the faces that I remember, I remember them for a reason, cause it's like later on in life, it's like we like close to each other type thing. It's crazy. I just talked to my boy. He was in my fifth grade class. He reminded me how his dad came and whooped him in front of the class. That was crazy.
Like, looking back, you know what I'm saying? That early childhood life, just you know, family life, the environment around you or whatever, what can you say you took from all those experiences that kind of shaped you into who you are today?
Um, like a lot of the traumatic things that like shape the way that I cope. Um, on a good note, one of the things I was able to see growing up was my aunt of my aunt Jackie. She sung, so we would go and watch her sing. She always did renditions of Mary J. Blige. So I used to think she was Mary J. Blige, right? So like fast forward to now, how did that shape me here? I just that helped me like see like if it's something you're good at, you do it, no matter what level it is. Because eventually I watched her from performing in Manhattan Square Park to some years later we all gathered in the living room and she's on the ESPYs with uh with George Clinton and the Funkadelics. So
Would you say that was part of the reason how you fell in love with music?
yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. Cause that's her. She was fire. We had like two neighbors. We lived on Peck Street at the time, and we had two neighbors. So I thought that the two neighbors were in total, cause they had the haircut and they had the dark glasses. So those two ladies, those two young women, were her like backup singers while she was doing her thing. So yeah, definitely played a part.
Um, that time, would you say like would you say you fell in love with the music before you start rapping?
Oh yeah, without a doubt, no question.
What was the early genres you was fucking with?
A lot of R&B music, gospel. Can't forget about the gospel music. The gospel music was heavily embraced. A lot of old school sounds. Isley Brothers, Anita Baker, Sade, mm, so many other names. Yeah.
What pulled you into rap?
Uh, my uncles, my brother, they listen to a lot of West Coast music. Now this is like young, like 4, 5. They listen to a lot of West Coast music. I liked it a lot. Tupac's my favorite guy. Um, yeah, like being around them, like when they leave, like going to the tape deck, putting the tapes in myself, getting my little sneak in, listening to the cuss words. Man, that's what did it for me. Being around my brother too, because I always wanted to be around him. So I'm rolling with him. I'm everywhere with him, and they're playing all the music, Mob Deep, DJ Clue, all of that good stuff,
I would say my pops was in the car. He was bumping pop
man.
all day, all eyes on me, Machiavelli, all that. Then
It-
my uncle was my other. You know what I'm saying? When I get he playing the Cassidy, he playing the all this the others, the younger stuff, Dipset, all that. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
I've got like so many moments, like growing up, that like involve music with like a lot of people. So, but my brother, I would say my brother definitely like the biggest influence, like to the hip hop.
You talking about Legend, right?
Yeah, yep, Loaded Legend.
Shout out to Legend.
Shout out to
And
him,
shout
man.
out to y'all track Corset. That's one of my favorite tracks right now. And congrats on the I seen on the what is it, Bending Corners?
Yeah,
Y'all was number
yeah, he
one
been
on that
putting
joint.
us up there he been putting us up there since last week. Tony Rochester. Yeah, shout out to him, man.
That's what's up. When you wrote your first rap, you remember?
11.
You remember it?
No, I don't remember it. I wrote it on a napkin. Green pen though. Lady Miss J. You ever heard of Miss J?
I don't think so.
She was an artist with she was with Timberland. She's from Philly. I thought she was just fire. And she had like she had dropped a couple singles, and one of the singles was like real fly. I just thought I'd do it. So I wrote the rap. It's in the garbage. They find it in the garbage.
Who?
My stepdad and my cousin. I don't know why they was in the garbage, you know, but they was in the garbage. They found it, and they all it was my cousin, Remo, my stepdad, my mom. They was in the kitchen. They made me come upstairs. They're like, "What's this?" I'm like, "Yo, shit." Oh yeah, but that was the first rap that I wrote of my own. Then after that, I just started writing, like copying, not like plagiarizing, but copying from the way my brother wrote it, cause he would write it in like two. He would write it in like 2 bar installments. Boom. So we write it like that. Yeah, or just write a whole page and then like break it down. Boom.
You had fun with it? Like, was it fun to you, or would it just feel right? You know what I'm saying?
It was fun. It was no. It wasn't fun. It just felt necessary. Like in the beginning, before ever writing, it was fun. You know, me and my cousins in the basement. We'd they used to have a hip hop show late night, DKX, right? Maybe like 2, 3 in the morning. So we would play that. We would have like a blank tape, and we would like rap over the tape like that. But just playing though. But both of my cousins, they could really rap at the time when we were young. And my stepsister too. She could rap too.
So it's safe to say that all them people rapping around you, or it
Yeah,
definitely sharpen your sword.
yeah.
You know,
Cause I used to go. My stepsister, she went by the name Baby T. She would perform. Um, remember she had like a mixtape release. Uwap performed there. That was the first time I seen him perform. Um, she would always perform in the summer. Every in the Ville, cause I grew up playing at Baden Street, playing sports over there. Um, every summer before school, they would do like a thing. Like I remember the guy, a couple was like a group in the Ville. They would rap.
like some cipher shit.
No. They had a group.
Oh,
Um, Fat Chef, rest in peace to them, and another guy. It was like those three. They was in a group. You had another guy, Jay Glass, some other dude like Buck Barnabas, and then my stepsister. She would do her thing. Then my cousin Ali, he used to do his thing too, like rhyming the Peace Fest. This is like all young, like I'm 11, 10, watching it. The whole time though, I'm like, man, hell no, I can't do it. But something changed. Something changed.
I feel like a lot changed. You know what I'm saying? Like I see you perform a lot, of course. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And you say you often mention your vacation time.
yeah.
When was your vacation time?
I took a small vacay from August 2017 to April. Yeah, from August 2017 to April of 2021.
So I
It wasn't
interviewed.
long.
Shit, that's long enough. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Compared to some of the other guys.
I interviewed Dot before. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And I remember we asked a little bit about his time, and he ain't really want to get into it too much because
Yeah.
his explanation was, he just want to forget about that. Nobody really
Yeah.
want to,
You can't though.
if you care to share, what I'm saying, first, like what led to the choices that you made, and also like just your experience and what you learned and
Yeah.
how that molded you. How and me and her, we talk about different lives. What I'm saying, we all live different lives, multiple lives.
Yeah.
That was definitely probably a shift right there.
Yeah, it was. So well, before just living the street life, feeding the family, got caught up in some things. Wasn't nothing I had did. I got caught up in like a conspiracy. So federally, at that time I was on probation, stateside, and I caught that case and violated that. Ended up getting a rank concurrent or whatever. But the experience overall, that shit is wicked. Believe it or not, had some good times in it. Word. I'm like rolling on the floor laughing. Good times. Um, man, but more importantly though, it's one of those. It's a situation where you can be your best friend or your worst enemy, irregardless of the things like going on around. You learn to like block it out, but you still got to be on the swivel. And it's shit ain't it's nothing light. Tell you that much. It's easy though. It gets easy. It get easy because believe it or not, you find yourself like a little bit complacent in there. Like, all right, this is like, fuck it. Like, it's just you just. I don't know how people do it. Well, at least I thought I didn't know how. Then I did it. Like, yo, you know what? Fuck it. Sorry, I'm here, whatever. But nah, it's no way to live. No way to live.
did
Freedom.
you did you keep writing when you was in there?
No, I couldn't.
That's
I'm
what
not
Dot said
for
too,
a
I think.
while. I couldn't. I tried. I wrote a lot of I still got it too. I wrote a lot of spoken word things. Spoken word, work on my own philosophies, um, my own ideology, um, creating words, different words. I did that for a long time.
Like
Um,
literally trying to make new words.
yeah, I did that for a while. I couldn't rap. Couldn't.
You know what? Sitting down for a minute, staying still, will get a motherfucker mind going.
Yeah, yo,
Yo,
like
that's different right there.
like I wrote something. I wrote something, and I had let this one of the guys in there read it. This guy had, he had some timing. He's the only person I ever let read it. I let him read it. He brought it back. He said, "Yo, Tone, man." He said, "Don't let nobody else read this shit, man. They gonna kill you, man." So I definitely did take advantage of the idle time, advanced my mind, learned new ways of thinking, got into like esoteric things and metaphysical, learned more about
A lot of books.
our people. Yeah,
Was you in the books before that?
funny. Right before, yes, I had just bought like this is I'm not exact. I just bought like 15 to 20 books. Word. I had just bought like 15 to 20 books. Cause that whole time, like leading up to me going away, I came across some some information, and it led me down a rabbit hole that I'd never been down, and I was amazed. So from there, I'm like, yeah, I gotta get some books. All the while I'm doing the street thing, you know. So I used to find time to read a few pages here and there, but I wasn't able to get in depth until I had to sit down.
When did the wise part come in? Cause do that play? Do the books play part in the wise?
Always. I mean, that plays a part of Tony in general, but I found a way to play it into like the artist, you know?
Or what's more important, you think? Street smarts or book smarts?
Damn.
I heard a billionaire say street.
That's the first one that came to my head. That's the first one that came to my head because I mean, you street smart. You learn a lot more than they could tell you in a book. Because usually, if you're learning something from a book, it's not covering a whole variety of things, you know? Maybe one or two topics. They try not to scatter. If you're street smart, you gotta survival instincts. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to answer you. Both are very important to me.
When you when you came home, did you hit the ground running with music, or
Mm, I,
what was the process? Because a lot of people, you know, they struggle with the transition of coming home, going in and coming home. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
Well, fortunate enough at the time I was married. You know, I came home to some stability. I didn't have to like chase nothing or run around. I had everything I needed. But it took me about, I want to say, one, two, took me a few months. Because I got out of April. I want to say I put the first music out in like June. But I went to the studio with Los. Well, I went to the studio with Los God when I first came home. T with TC, went to the studio with him when I first came home.
I think I heard that song earlier.
That was the first studio I went to when I came home. I came home Tuesday. I think I went to the studio with him Thursday, and then like that weekend I went to the studio with Los. So what I did was I had a lot of songs from before, so I just took. I'm sitting around. I'm like researching. I'm looking at how stuff going on. I'm like, damn, I gotta put something on. So I just took all of those and put them out.
Where do you get your work ethic from? Because if anybody knows you, and they're gonna learn right now, you hitting every show, you hit every studio time. You one of them people where you be like, yo, how do Weyez do it? You know what I'm saying?
That's an hour long conversation, man. No, honestly, because it comes from so much. Like it comes from so much. I really use it, the drive really comes from my everyday life. I go through I go through a lot of things, but you might not know it because I'm doing like I'm performing tonight. Just did a video or I'm doing an interview. I don't let it stop me. So I'll say the work ethic comes from the fuel from all the other stuff. And not only that, I had good examples. You know, watching moms work. One time, I remember one time she worked so hard, nigga, she had to go to the hospital. Where they came and got her, had to take her to the hospital. I think she had worked for like 3 days, some shit like that. Some crazy shit. Working hard. Man, yeah. That and also the dream, you know? Because going to prison, it could have been avoided, maybe. Could have been avoided if I would have stuck with the dream. I chose not to stick with the dream and do something else. So, and I prayed about this thing too. So,
What was the dream? What is the dream? Both. If it's changed.
no, it's the same. The dream is to become international artist. I'll say that first. The goal is to become an international artist and to build a platform as to where I can give um, I can give space to others that don't have it. Uh, let people know they got voices. Leave some room for a little philanthropy work,
So
kind of deal.
I want to talk about the fuel, but
Yeah.
I also want to talk about why is that your focus and your vision, because I know these probably are different. Your fuel, you mentioned it in in some songs. You talk about you got 6 kids.
Yeah, hell yeah, my kid.
I know that's probably the ultimate fuel.
Yeah, hell yeah.
One kid I know was probably the ultimate fuel. I don't know that feeling. You know what I'm saying? But six, and you know what I'm saying, and being able to do what you do, I know that's probably your ultimate drive. But also, again, why is that your vision as well
I gotta lead by
to help?
example, man. You know, I didn't mean to cut you off,
Now you
but
good.
it's like letting them see it. You know, cause I talk to them and I tell them about, hey, I always ask them like frequently, like, you know, what is it that you want to do? Like, you figured it out yet? You know, like let's start shaping up your activities around that. You know, like my oldest son, he plays ball. He go to practice every day. I go rap every day. And not only that, there's times where I have to make the sacrifice of not being able to go to Pittsburgh for a 3 day basketball tournament, or you know, I might can't take this one to boxing. I might gotta miss the volleyball game. And like at this point in time, like they understand, you know, and they support me too. So shit, it's all for them. When they bring the dough, I gotta give it to them. Shit, I can't spend it. Child support. I ain't making no money yet, for the record, too. I know they gonna watch it. Not yet.
They would think
All the
like
shows are free. All the shows I perform, I'm never paid. It's always free.
I'm about to say. You see the sign? I just want to rap.
Just want to rap.
It's a
That's
lot.
it. Just want to rap.
When you came up with that slogan,
In the joint, or I was in there, cause I did start writing towards the end, like during COVID, like right before COVID. My man Luck from Buffalo, he from Bailey. Shout out to Luck. Luck put me on to Benny, and I heard that Tanner talk. Shit was over. I ain't want no tablet or nothing, but at the time I had the tablet, and he asked me. He was like, "No, matter of fact, I didn't have a tablet." I was like, "Yo, I'm not getting a tablet. They ain't gonna get me like that. Have me around here all comfortable, getting fat, getting high all day." And my man, he let me hear that shit. Swear to God, I ordered a tablet. That day, the next day, however I had to do it, I ordered that shit. I downloaded that Benny Tanner talk. Downloaded a couple beats from Alchemist, and all I was thinking about like Gucci, man, like Jeezy. You know, some certain artists they got like taglines. I was like, damn. I was writing something and I said it like once. I'm like, damn, I just want to rap. I'm like, damn. I thought about it and I remember Music Soul Child. He's got the album. I just want to sing, I believe. And I'm like, yo, it's pretty snazzy here. I'm like, this is alright. So yeah, that's how I got that. I just want to rap.
how would you describe your 2024, 2025?
Shit was.
Cause we talking about shows. He
It
done
was
hit.
different, man. It was different. So I had got off. I finally had got off papers in 2024, that April. Um, my daughter was born in 2024, in June, and and then not only that, like I was finally able to like come out of like the shell, socialize as far as the music goes, cause like maybe like the year prior, it was like my first time coming out and like performing. I did the show at Capacity, thanks to Dot and thanks to Bravo, because Bravo told Dot about it, and then Dot told me about it, and yeah, that was like the floodgate to it. But 2024 was fire. fire. 2025 was fire. Shit, it picked up.
I mentioned 2024 because mixtape 2 is when I first met you.
Yeah?
You know what I'm saying? I first heard about you. You know what I'm saying? I tell this story. You know what I'm saying? I told it to a few people in person, but I wanted to bring an artist. You know what I'm saying? That was a lot different than he was a little edgy.
Yeah.
And then the homie Irie, she was like, "All right, if you ask him, I'm gonna bring Tony." I never heard the song. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "All right, go ahead, whatever. It's cool." And you pulled up, and you closed the show down. You know what I'm saying? The interview with Zella. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into that in a minute. But from that show, though, I seen you pretty much on every flyer for the whole next 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's why I'm like, how important is it to you? I feel like you the network king. How important is it for you to connect with different artists and different platforms?
One of the reasons is for one to like show appreciation. But the reason before that is for me to deal with my own social anxiety, because let's say 8 years ago, I wouldn't be trying to like shake hands or rub no shoulders. I probably would go to the event, but I wouldn't talk to nobody. I'll just stay over here. So the and I think that's what kind of enables people to like just for lack of better terms to like let me in, because maybe they're like looking at me like, I don't know, but then here I come all happy go lucky and shit. Yo, what's up? Let's do this. Blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh, where are you? All right, he's not bad. Let's bring him in. So I think that plays a part, letting people know I'm a human and they're human. And like I said too, I think like the appreciation, like letting people know, hey, your music's fire, and then being specific too, like, yo, I listened to this song, I like how you did that. It's like, oh, what, man, and two, it's to stay out of the box, music box. Like guess some people consider me like a boom bap guy, I guess.
Have they heard one more time?
Yeah. Shout out to the doc. Damn, what's this lady name? I don't know her name. Some doctor lady did a thing.
Yeah, I seen that on the podcast, right?
Yeah. She said she listened to Tony Weyez. I was sad. I was sad yesterday, feeling a little depressed and down and shit. And I seen that, and I'm like, oh, you better cheer up, motherfucker. I cheered up. Yeah, I sure cheered up after that one. Yeah.
So all the shows, you know what I'm saying, all the features, you know what I'm saying, because it's artists that drop, and then there's artists that drop. Like I know artists like I interview Nas Santana.
Yeah.
And
I got something with him.
Now he drops.
Yeah. I got something.
And I used to ask him, like, do you think that's beneficial, or don't you want to like focus on a certain project or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, what's your take on dropping and all the before I get to the
let it fly. Let it fly. Let it fly.
Cause you definitely.
What's the point?
How did you feel when you heard your music in the YouTube series?
Now, I'll tell you, that was yeah, that was a little felt a little bougie after that one, you know. I felt like somebody, man. I'm gonna be honest. It's like, yo, that shit is dope, man.
Cause words from the director. I talked to the director directly, and he says that one, he bumped your music because he pulled up bumping your shit one day, picking up his camera. He like pointing out certain songs and all that. But also he said that your music was the most easiest to find.
I know why. I know why. A lot of other people they don't and it's not to downplay nobody, but they don't know how to like structure like the music and like upload it so it goes to where it's supposed to go, you know? Like whatever today's day is, the cats will go to the studio today and they want it out Friday. It don't work. I mean, it can work like that, but it won't work like that because it doesn't go everywhere that it's supposed to go. You at least got to give yourself like at least a 2 week window. But yeah, yeah, that was dope. I think I might be able to make it to his to the he's showing the film, right? On the 21st. I think I got time that day. Come through, show
Demo
some
tape,
love.
you know what I'm saying? Producer credits.
Show some love.
Um, like I was saying, with all the features, you know what I'm saying, and all that, it was the mixtape volume 5 where you had announced that okay, we going on the show.
Yeah.
On my own show, we got the Weyez show.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? The sign right behind you, and you really said, wait till we get to LA.
Yo, yeah, we got it going on. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be the future is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. You get to seeing it right now. Everything you just saw is just a picture of what's coming. Wait till we get to LA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And since then, we three shows in,
Yeah.
and we made it out the city. Well, I'm gonna say you. You know what I'm saying? I've been around. I just been a part of it. I've been a witness.
Oh nah, you down. You down. Yeah, yeah. You said it right. We made it out the city real quick.
How did you come up with the Weyez show? What was your inspiration on going with your own show? And what's the whole what's the direction? What's the idea of it? What's the
I was inspired by the Cloud Lounge experience. Um, with those guys, Kai, Yogi, Midas, Shua. I really liked what they were doing. I liked how they did it. And like he let me come on and perform. And like maybe like after the second time he let me rock out, I asked him a couple questions. And like he was receptive. He gave me some feedback. Like we chopped it up, kicked it. For a couple other times, I I did I did the Flowers in My City show with Wizardry, and the hostess, I forgot her name, but the hostess had asked me like, "Oh, when you gonna do your own show?" I'm like, I'm like, hell no. Nah. In my head, I'm thinking like, nah, I wouldn't do that. But still, I had that conversation with these guys, talked about it some more. I had like more conversations with like my colleagues. I had another intimate conversation about doing the show with S. Dot, Bro God, and Dave. And I'll be honest, man. Like a part of it that made me like go was definitely talking to Irie and with my wife passing away. So and then to add to it, the artists that I bring, a lot of them I like them. I pay close attention to them. I watch them. So it's like, hey, why not? Like have them come on. Ultimately, the goal of the Weyez show is for Tony Weyez to retire the mic. And I don't know. I wouldn't call myself like a road manager or A&R or something, but just somebody that provides the platform. You know, because it could be lucrative. Of course, it could be lucrative. But I'm just looking at it like giving the opportunity. Because normally what happens in Rochester, right? You hear about this guy, that's this girl. Next thing you know, they're in LA, North Carolina, somewhere. they forget about us, right? I can't forget about home. So while I'm not forgetting about home and advancing myself, it's like, all right, I'm gonna try to figure it out how I could bring a few people with me. They don't gotta stay with me, but bring a few people with me. Let them, you know, get some exposure as my exposure gains. So, yeah.
Now, you mentioned, you know what I'm saying, your late wife, my condolences.
Thanks.
You actually, you know, mixtape volume 5, you know what I'm saying, you pushed through that one, to say the
Yeah.
least, you know what I'm saying, but also mixtape volume 2, Zella, in your interview with Zella, shout out to Zella, you spoke about how music is your therapy. You know what I'm saying? Music is therapy for you. You know what I'm saying? First, I want to ask, how is your mental health? How important is your mental health?
The mental
And
health is very important.
how did you manage to even push through a performance going through that type of thing?
I ain't even gonna lie. I don't even know. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't even know. My I had just lost somebody close, like right before that. My brother and my sister's father passed, and like what I just remember the times when he would tell me like nigga, don't be half assing. If you gonna do it, do it. So like when he died, I seen him. I left. I skated. Went and shot 2 videos, and it worked. What came from that, I got an opportunity from there, and I like performed on like a pretty, to me, a big stage. But specifically with her passing, the mixtape was the day after her birthday, and the last time I talked to her, I told her about it. Like, yo, you gonna come to the show? She like, yeah, I'm gonna see. She had an ankle bracelet on, so she was like, I'll see if my PO go and let me come. She was like, but I swear I'll come. So the show was the day after her birthday. I felt like she was there, you know. Seen seen some seen some spiritual things that day on the way there that let me know. My mental health, I'm okay. I be having times and days, but when I have those times and days, I got close people I reach out to, and yeah, man. And the music, that's the therapy, like I said before. So the music helps me push through. I'm able to make relatable music to people, and also I'm also able to make myself vulnerable for the people, which I think encourages new listeners.
You really a natural storyteller. You know what I'm saying? Even in a way, like when you're going through something, you're gonna make it funny. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna make the people laugh. This is just a personal question, and then you know we could get into this last section of the interview before we go.
Okay.
You ever thought about like also being like some type of stand-up comedian
Yo, keep it real.
or adding that to your show?
Listen,
or
me and
something?
my shorty was just talking about this 2 days ago. I told her, I don't know what I seen. I seen something. I said, damn, I should go and see what's up. I said because at the Weyez show when we was having the malfunction with the stuff, I'm like, yo, them people was out there like dying laughing. I seen somebody like holding their stomach. I'm like, yo, I mean, shit might be alright. I don't know. I definitely like to keep like acting in my repertoire though, or do some voiceovers. People don't already take me serious. If I did comedy, nobody. I would have to stop rapping.
I was thinking like Lil Duval. Remember he used to do the stand-up show and they had this song at the end, and the crowd be rocking. Lil Duval be living life too.
Yeah, he do. Never know. Good idea, man.
How many projects you got out? You think?
Out? I'll say 5, honestly. So I just wanna rap, which is my first ever EP I put out. I just wanna rap. We got Wise Flow. You got Wise Bless America. Shades of Wise. You got On Point. You got Books and Bullets. I got the collab joint, me and Dot, Overdue. The most recent collab with Feeve. The Books and Bullets collab was with RDJR. That's 8. I got the project with Los God, Promised Land. That's 9. Excuse me. Oh, 10 maybe. Gato. I have a compilation of music out called Gato Negro. Gato Negro.
Which project is your favorite project to work on? And what's the studio session like with Tony Wise?
My most favorite one to work on. I would say Wise Bless America. Yeah, I would say Wise Bless America. Because by the time I got to put that out, it was a little, a little rage behind the name, a little bit. So I would say Wise Bless America was the most fun. The best one to work on was the beginning. I just want to rap the EP. Because that was when I came home. That's the first project of music I put out. And I was, I wouldn't say I was like 100% able to do it the way I wanted to do it. But I did my music. So, yeah.
Who would you say influenced your style?
Big L, Nas, Big Pun. Nobody else. My big brother. But Big L, Big Nas. I said Big Nas. Big L, Nas, Big Pun. Yeah.
So who your top 5?
Mine? Tupac, Nas, Big Pun, Big L. 5th is the Locks. Easy. It's a couple, couple honorary mentions, but that's the 5. Easy. There's no best member of the Locks. I can't. That's why they number 5. I can't do it. Because as much as people want to discredit Sheik, you can't. Because if you go back, that nigga was starting off the track crazy. He was starting off the track crazy. Coming right out the gate. Sheik going first. Damn. A lot of pressure. He did, and he showed up every time. So I couldn't do it. Nah, I couldn't do it. You could pick your favorite Beatle. You know what I mean? You can't pick your favorite Locks.
Impact versus influence. Which one means more to you?
Impact. Impact means more. Because you could influence somebody to do whatever. But in 10 years, in 10 years from now, somebody telling you something that you told them 20 years ago, it's crazy. That happens to me a lot. It happens very often. I see people and they go, yo, Tony, remember you told me this one day? I'm like, no. They like, bro, I love you for forever. That shit really is stuck with me. So I'll do Impact, definitely.
Would you say a moment like House of Guitars is impactful? It was definitely influential.
Yeah, we know that. You know that. Shout out to the haters. Yeah, that was. It was both.
First of all, speak on that accomplishment right there. Like,
Shout out to my boss. Yeah, big shout out to my boss. Cause she be wilding out. But like initially she like pondered the idea and I'm like, and to me I'm like, come on, man, house of guitars, nah, like they ain't fucking with us. She called me. She was like, don't. She told me like, don't say nothing. It's not real yet. I'm like, I told my man. I'm like, yo, it might. I told my man, like, man, I already talking about we gonna rock out at the house of guitars. I'm like, bro, you think they gonna let us rock out? He said, it's you, Weyez. He said, you ain't niggas, man. He said, that's what he told me. He said, you ain't niggas. It happened. That shit was fire. Word, that's the real deal.
I believe. Was that fact accurate? The first local rap artist with an album signed in that house of guitars?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, made some history.
Yeah.
Made some history, man.
Books and Bullets.
Books and Bullets, Volume 1. That shit was that was dope. And when it came through over the surround while I was in there, I was like, damn.
On the loop.
Grandma called me. Tony, I wish I could be there. Yeah, that shit was fire. Shout out to Betty Lou. That's my biggest fan.
What's the at this point in your life? What's the legacy that Tony Weyez want to leave? What you trying to accomplish? You know what I'm saying? Like
on the music level, coming from, I'm not gonna say coming from where we come from, but just like with the type of music that I make, like even being nominated for like a Grammy or something. So I want to leave a visual, you know, and a part of the visual, some accolades, if we could collect them, some plaques, you know, couple songs and movies, commercial. I just want to be I want the legacy to say he put in the work. He was over there. I met the nigga over there. Then he was over there. I seen him over there. Now he back there. That's what I want to leave, man. In a nutshell, just to save time, you know, just to save time. But Tony Weyez, the artist, that's what I want to leave. I want to leave a legacy that shows I put in the work. And I also want to know that Tony Weyez, the artist, the words actually like help somebody.
yeah, what you tell the people, you know what I'm saying, what you got, what you pushing and what you got coming out, what you working on.
We got Wise Old Owl out right now, 5'8" Fig, my guy, part of the Nostalgic Noise crew. I think this is going to be like, might be my best. This might be my best project so far. I think. Because they just keep getting better. But we got that out. The Wise Old Owl. Me and 5'8" Fig. Books and Bullets Volume 2. It's ready. I could put it out right now if I wanted. But I gotta. Once again, shout out to Riggs. I gotta chase him a little bit of perfection on this one. I can't have step. But we got that. The Underdogs, me and Trife, we working on that. Working on something with Cleet Lord. Yeah. That's it.
I got
for
one.
now.
I got
Wait,
one
is
last
that it?
question.
What else I got going on? I got a bunch of other music going on, but those is the ones I just me and the Underdogs, me and Trife, Books and Bullets Volume 2, produced by Eric Vanderslice, and me and Cleek. We gonna figure that out, but that's what I got going on.
I got one last question for you before we get out of here.
What's up?
If you could describe your life in one by album, what album would it be?
Nah, not that one. Damn, what's the name of it? I don't know. What's that Pac one that got they got Death Around the Corner on there on that album? That's Machiavelli? Or is that 7 Days Theory? Whichever Pac album that is, that one. Yeah.
Well, Fam TV, you know what I'm saying? We finally sat down with Tony Weyez.
Yes.
In-depth conversations, you heard? You know what I'm saying? Get your at real quick.
Tony Weyez, TonyWeyez. I'm on everything except Snapchat. Stay away from Snapchat. No Roblox either. No Twitch. I gotta make a Twitch. I want to make a Twitch, man. You help me out with that, huh? We come through stream. Come stream like once a week or something. Twice a week.
See what's up. We was just trying to learn OBS and shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I think that'll be some cool shit.
Yeah. Well, Fan TV, we out.